tires, plastics, all kinds of stuff, not only the trees. All of this stuff you're breathing in. It gets into your medicines. It gets into your makeup. Replace all your makeup. Take your medicines. If there's smoke damage, take them back to the pharmacy. Have them replaced. So I want to talk from a health standpoint first. I hear of people going back to the house. I really would hope that you wouldn't do that. If you're staying with a friend and you have insurance, that friend is entitled to a certain dollar amount per day for your lodging there. That's one thing. There are three parts. If you don't have insurance, what you want to do is you want to make a list of everything in your house, from this business card to your grandmother's fur coat. You want to take a piece of paper and you want to draw out the house as you remember it, and you want to write down everything that was on that nightstand, everything that was in that drawer, because everything has a dollar value. And this will be part, if you have insurance, as part of your personal property claim. If you don't have insurance, you give it to your accountant, because I'm not an accountant, but I have heard that you can use it as a tax deduction. So that's pretty important.
But only if you don't have insurance.
If you do have insurance, you can use it as a tax deduction if you go over your limit, and there's no more personal property coverage. So there are three basic coverages for people with insurance. There's dwelling coverage, there's personal property, and there's additional living expense. So the policy that most people think they have is merely the declaration page. It gives you a skeletal list of your coverages. You'll have to ask the agent for the entire policy, which is typically like a 50-page booklet. They may tell you, oh, we sent you the policy, here it is, 5 pages. I'm sorry, that is not the policy. You asked for the entire one. Because under additional living expense coverage, let's say it throws out a number, you have to go in the policy to look, well, how many months is it for? Or you have to find the details of all the coverages. So the dwelling limit covers you if you have a total burn to the ground. The dwelling limit is the most that you can capture. Without going into too many details, some policies will quote the fair market value of your house and look at that rather than the exact dwelling limit. So that's something else to be considered. The personal property portion, which is the next number, is typically 50 to 75% or whatever you wanted it to be when you signed up with your agent. I'm going to take all questions.
On the dwelling limit,
Okay.
is that structural replacement, or is that what that means?
I'm just going to, yeah, I'll go to that. Did you say
I
extended?
didn't know what dwelling limit.
Okay, so it's for, the dwelling is the building, the structure.
Okay.
The personal property is, if you turn the house upside down and you shook it out, everything that falls out is personal property, okay? If it's a kitchen cabinetry that's attached to the structure, that's part of the dwelling, okay? So all your property, your clothing, your furniture, all that stuff, that's personal property. So like for example, what we do is we would come in, we bring our colleague contractor, and we estimate the damage. Do you have a copy of the building plan? I do. Estimate the damage to your building, okay? It has hundreds and hundreds of lines. To every item, like detach the light fixture so we can paint the wall, put it back. Every item has a price to it. And we want the insurance company to cover the cost of rebuilding your home or replacing, certain items, the damage. So the contractors that we know work with the Xactimate program. It's a certain software program, and without getting all into it, it speaks the language of the insurance company. Whereas if you have a contractor or a handyman who writes a one-page sheet with a grand total of $200,000, very difficult to negotiate on that. The insurance company doesn't understand that. So it's nice that we have people, and you may know some people who have the Xactimate program that will give you that estimate. In terms of proper